Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's a regular video this week. There's not a weekly vlog. Training wise, I'm probably, if things are going to plan, either very drunk or very hungover in Amsterdam when this video goes live on a stag do, which isn't the ideal marathon training preparation, but I'm sure there's a line in there somewhere about taking the hydration seriously. If you watched last week's vlog and the highlights of the training week, you will have seen I ventured off to Liverpool and I did an FKT, as it's known as, or a fastest known time attempt. So what's a fastest known time? Well, it's a route of interest that's publicly available at all times, so you can't set one up in your back garden and not allow anyone to have access to it. And generally it's not part of a traditional race course, because you could go and run the time on a race course, but I think there are caveats to that these days. Generally it has to be a route of interest, over 5 miles in length, or have some significant elevation. There's some incredibly famous ones out there. They tend to be sort of the multiple day attempts, but there are some shorter ones as well, and some that are a bit more achievable than others. I think a couple of years ago I went onto the website and I found one local to me. Seemed achievable. I went and gave it a go. I was a couple of minutes short, generally because of navigational issues and just a slight lack of fitness, if I'm being perfectly honest. So I'd always had it in my mind to go back to that one, but some whippet has gone round there and set an astonishingly fast time, so that one's off the radar for me. So as I was planning my trip to Liverpool and York, I did some more research and I found Allerton Circular Country Trail, which is in the south of Liverpool, and it's about 7.5 miles long, give or take. Slightly difficult to navigate. You follow green and yellow signs. I didn't find it that well signposted, but maybe that's because I was trying to run quite fast as well as sort of get round in this time. But anyway, part one of this video starts with me trying it on Thursday morning in Liverpool, and let's jump over to there now. Good morning, here at Coulston's Park in Liverpool. Today we're doing something different. We've got a tempo run on the cards. I'm not going to do the prescribed tempo run, I'm going to get close to it. I'm going to go for what's known as a fastest known time. Searching around, there's one called Allerton Country Circular. I'll put the proper name up because I can't always remember it. But basically this is a 7.3 mile run around some circular path in the outskirts of South Liverpool. Area I don't know too well, so we'll have to see how we get on. Obviously don't know the course that well either, but I've got to do it in 1 hour and 13 minutes to take the record. So it sounds like 9:49 minute miling. Let's see how we go and let's get cracking, because it's not so cold this morning, but it's a bit wet and dreary. So we're here at Coulston's Park. Let's get going. Good morning. So here we go. I'm going to start and finish at Coulston's Park sign. It's 7.3 miles at circular route. Let's go. Let's try and hold the sub 9 minute miles to keep that tempo run going. I think the first one might be a struggle, but the run starts off in Coulston's Park. That's the first mile done, 9:05. Bit of a struggle at the moment. Left Coulston's Park, now running around the golf course. I know the first 4 miles are over hill, uphill, so just a bit of a tough start, but on schedule at the moment. Let's keep going. So, first mistake, I'm really struggling to find the path at this bit here. I reckon I've added quite a few minutes on going around the wrong way, etc. The signage isn't amazing. I need to be on that footpath down there, on the other side of this hedge. I'm really struggling to find a way down there, but I need to start running again because I'm just losing time. Second mile was an 8:30, 8:26, something like that. So we're making good time, apart from this bit here. This was always going to be the challenge with this course, not getting lost. Hadn't factored in a plan for falling trees. Right, mile 3, I've been on it for ages, it hasn't ticked over yet. Oh, come on, Greg. Come on. So, that's a 9:34 for mile 4. That was a huge climb there at the end. 38 minutes overall. 3.3 miles to go roughly, because I've added a bit on without looping back and getting lost. Okay, going through a place called Reynolds Park. Never heard of it. Most pointless little loop here I think I've ever seen, but we turn right in a minute and go a bit deeper into it, so here we go. Okay, 9:41 for mile 5. I'm just shy of 48 minutes overall. I'm gonna have to try and do some quick maths. It's going to be close, isn't it? It's going to be close. Fairly certain I'm not going to do it. I've got no idea what's going on with this course now. I think I'm meant to be going around this woods in the opposite direction. Really twisty, curvy course. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So I think I have to go down here, turn left, run along the bottom, loop back on myself here. Oh, this is hard work. I've got about half a mile to go in about 7 minutes, and I don't think I'm going to do it. Alright, so 3 minutes to go, 0.6 of a mile to go apparently. Not going to happen. So I reckon I've run an extra sort of 0.3 of a mile just by navigational challenges. Yeah. Disappointing. Been looking forward to this. I was hoping I was going to get this. Really disappointing. Ah well. So there we have it. Total time of 1:17, 4 minutes shy of the record. Okay, there we have it. We're back at the sign. Done a circular loop. Finish time was 1:17, so 4 minutes short of the fastest known time. absolute pig of a course to navigate round. I don't know how strict fastest known time are with being exact on the course, so I was playing it really safe. I've also been told that sort of if you deviate off the course, you go back to where you deviated, so you pick up the entire course. I did a lot of that. I don't know, you know, it was minor footpaths, so I don't know how much difference it would have made if I just carried on. And then just lost the will to live there when I saw the last half mile was all downhill. So you can do it pretty fast, but I don't think 3 minutes fast for me. Well, got me out, did a hard workout. I'm not sure the numbers stack up to a tempo run as per Hanson's marathon method, but that's Thursday morning. Another run ticks off on holiday. Bit gutted I didn't actually get it. I thought that was in the bag actually when I found this route. Just shows you these FKTs are normally a bit harder than they seem on paper. So that was part one, and as you can tell, it didn't go to plan. I was a little bit disappointed. Ultimately, I spent the rest of the day looking at the proper route, the route I ran. I was actually quite relieved that I didn't get what I thought was a good time, because I took a wrong turn. I missed a section of the route. So whilst I did extra by navigating back on myself, I actually missed probably not very much, 300 metres, but 300 metres of the loop. And therefore, I think if I'd submitted that in the hope that I'd set the FKT, it wouldn't have been accepted anyway. So it was probably for the best that it wasn't taken. So I haven't done all that research on Thursday afternoon and been annoyed with myself. I then returned Friday morning to try again. So let's jump to that now. Good morning, welcome back to the channel. It's starting to feel a bit like Groundhog Day. I'm back at Coldstons Park. I've been researching the route a little bit more yesterday. I think I learned a lot more yesterday evening after the attempt yesterday. I've learned more as well. There's a really busy road, so I've started 15 minutes earlier to give myself every opportunity. Getting here 15 minutes earlier, I'm not going to waste time talking to camera. I'm going to get going. So here's attempt number 2 at the fastest known time around Allerton Country Trail. Let's hope today goes a bit better than yesterday and we don't suffer the navigational challenges. So here's the sign. Need to come back to here in about 7.3 miles if we don't get lost somewhere along the way. Right, off we go. Morning. And we're up and running. Let's go. Oh, come on. Okay, so that's mile 2 at 8:54. So first one was a 9:06. Doing well. Just got to keep this going. So happy with that. That's where it went wrong yesterday. Just go straight through it today. So yesterday it was an 11-minute mile. Let's see what we can churn out for mile 3. Hopefully grab a couple of minutes back here. So that was mile 3, 9:45, so only a minute and a bit saving on yesterday. I don't think yesterday I'd appreciate how hilly that mile was. So And I now got a nice downhill section before we turn right onto the main hill. Little footpath, bit of a drag of a hill, quite steep. So, need to navigate this road. So, now in a place called Reynolds Park. That hill in mile 4 wasn't as tough as it was yesterday. Finding the going really tough now. Just waiting for mile 4 to clock over. And then just over a park run to go. So 9:14 for mile 4. So this is the point at which it all went wrong yesterday. There's a black gate at the bottom of this corner, and you need to run back up yourself alongside this fence, but on the other side, cut across, you go down, you come back to the gate. And I think I missed that part of the route yesterday, and that's where the navigation all went completely wrong. So let's see how we get on. That was mile 5 in 9:06. I'm on about 45 minutes for 5 miles. 2.5 to go. Okay, so that's his blasted woodstone. Now I need to navigate this roundabout and then sprint to the finish. Remember how gates work. So, tarmac to finish on then. Just need to get across this roundabout. And make sure I'm going the right way. This isn't the way I want to go. I've got loads of traffic coming now. No, this might be. think it is this road. Yep, this road. And then we turn right at the corner of this park, so we'll get across the road in a minute. We're just waiting for mile 7 to clock over. They're 1:07:05. It's the slowest mile. And here's the sign, sprint finish. Just check it. I think at 1:11:57. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. From going to have it in the bag to sprinting for the finish line. Right, let's have a quick look at the garmin. 1:11:57, average pace of 9:25. I think I've done it. So, next step for all this is to submit that route to FKT, let them analyse it, decide whether it's a legitimate attempt. I'm praying they think it is. And yeah, see if we get fastest known time. One thing I would say is the weather. It's been really bad in Liverpool. It's been tipping it down for quite a bit yesterday. That was a much tougher course to run than yesterday, and that is the state of the road shoes. I needed to buy some new ones anyway. I think that gives me a chance to buy some new ones. So, knowing the route just simplified things so much. So that run yesterday, that attempt yesterday, really sorted out today. I can't believe that I was at 6 miles on 55 minutes and then get to the finish line. I mean, what's the distance? Well, it's 7.63 miles. So that circular, he's calling it 7.3. I think I'm way over that, and I didn't really go wrong today. So I didn't like the GPX of this route, I have to say. When you're on roads, it's all right, isn't it? Because if you're on one side of the road or the other, it's pretty much close. Roads are quite big, etc. These are really, really narrow trail paths through woods, etc. And so you were following the line, but you were never always quite on it, etc. But there wasn't any other obvious footpath, etc. I mean, I'm fairly certain I didn't need to do that this morning. There's better footpaths to take, but I wanted to be as honest as I could. Right. Anyway, we'll call it quits there. That's Friday's training done, by the way. Forgot all about the marathon training stuff with this FKT stuff going on. That's the training done. Let's get back. Let's see if we can get some breakfast.